Look, I had no intention of going to see Venom the Last Dance. When I saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, this looks like the worst thing to come out of 2006. And then I watched it, and I was like, yeah, it's not that bad, you know? I want to start by saying that I'm not a fan of these Venom films. I think the first one treats itself way too seriously, and the second one treats itself like a goofy comedy. So I went into this one being like, oh brother, what the fuck is this about? But thankfully, it molds both of the genres together and both of those films together to create the perfect balance of comedy and seriousness. Because there is an undertone in here of like, oh, what is your true life purpose? While also just being funny at the same time. Such as with the set pieces and the action set pieces in particular, which they are goofy, especially that plane one, like, what the fuck? But I look at these films and I'm like, why am I treating these too seriously? You know, why am I treating them like they're supposed to be this, like, highbrow entertainment? I look at them too hypercritically, especially when I saw the trailer for this one. I instantly was thinking, yeah, I don't care for this. But again, it's like a perfect balance between both genres that works in its favor. Tom Hardy, as always, he gives it his all. He is very goofy in this one in particular. The word goofy comes to mind when I think of this. He lets it all out. He does some weird shit that I did not expect him to do. And it works for the most part. I say for the most part because as soon as Eddie Brock is off screen, I just start falling asleep, to be honest. Chiwetel Ejiofor, he's just wasted. He's this army guy. There's not really much to him. Same with Juno Temple. She doesn't really do a whole lot. The film comes to a grinding halt as soon as Eddie's not on screen. I think Eddie is the main reason why we see these films, right? Which brings me to the story, which, yeah, there's hardly a story here. I don't really remember anything about it. Eddie goes on the run. But regardless of the story, I'm just like, okay, I have fun with the set pieces. He dances the Dancing Queen with Mrs. Chen. That's fun. I just don't give a shit about anything else to do with the plot. Like, the plot is just so empty. But I kind of have to expect that with superhero films nowadays. I think a lot of superhero films kind of forget the whole point of existing. This tries to tie into No Way Home in a way of which I'm just like, okay, whatever. But thankfully, it debunks that in the first 10 minutes. And it decides, okay, I'm gonna be my own thing. And that's one of the things that I really admire with this, is that it tries to be its own thing towards the back half, and it turns into a full nightmare fuel, which is really funny to me. It goes hog wild, like it doesn't give a shit about what the audience thinks. It just has a lot of fun with it. And that's one of the reasons why I think Venom the Last Dance is actually not that bad. And I think that it's overhated. Venom 2 is so much worse than this one. Even the first one's worse than this one. It's my favorite one of the trilogy, even though it's not really doing much in terms of its visual aesthetic that's any different. It just lets go, and it's the perfect balance between both genres, like I said in the beginning. And it just knows that it's silly, right? It just knows it's silly. If you like Venom, you're gonna like this movie, but if you like highbrow entertainment, you're not gonna like this movie. But for some reason, I quite enjoyed it. It's not a good movie. It's not a good one. But I think that it's a lot of fun, and it's good escapism, basically. And you know what? That's what I gotta say about Venom the Last Dance. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.